Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum
A question is about following a madhab. Is it an obligation to follow a particular madhab, which is a fiqh school of thought?
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, sallallahu alayhi. Nothing can be obligatory on a person unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it an obligatory upon you or the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said so.
Alayhi salatu wasalam.
And nothing in the Quran and Sunnah ever said that we have to follow a particular scholar. The only one we have to follow is Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Yes.
On the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us, ماذا أجبتم المرسلين?
Yes.
What do you have? How did you answer the messengers?
Yes.
So those mursaleen, the messengers, what was your answer? Respond to them, not to anyone else. But what about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ? Ask the people of knowledge if you don't know. The people of knowledge, not a specific person, not specific madhab, not specific group. We're not obligatory to a specific one. That's why you can follow Shafi'i, you can be following Hanafi, you can be following Maliki, you can be following none of the above. Okay? These four madhab that's famous today are just four madhab because they are famous. Otherwise, through history of Islam, we have many madhabs. Some of them didn't survive, some of them still exist until today.
Yeah.
Like Madhab al-Awza'i rahimahullah, for more than 200 years. It used to be the official madhab for the state of Egypt, North Africa, Sham.
Yes.
For more than 240 years, it was actually all judges used the opinion of Imam al-Awza'i rahimahullah. For about
Like
240 years.
Al-Layth bin Sa'd.
Al-Layth bin Sa'd in Egypt also has his own madhab, but his students did not. They said even Layth has more knowledge than Malik, but he didn't have the students like Malik had. And the fame and the basically difference between being in Medina and being in Egypt, Alexandria, or Malik had much bigger advantage, rahimahullah, and the knowledge, obviously.
And his character, Malik, was more of a forceful kind of scholar, right?
Yeah, but everybody has a great character of them, but they said the reason said Malik had students and being in the heart of the Muslim world, that give him instant advantage over anyone else. He, rahimahullah, najm, he's like a star.
Yeah.
Anyway, many madhahib like that. And you will see even the students.
I don't mean to say forceful, I'm sorry. I meant to say a compelling character.
A strong character.
Strong, I don't mean to say forceful. Astaghfirullah, right.
لهيبة عظيمة يعني.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Also, you have example of students of these imams who left many of the opinions of their imam. Abu Yusuf, when he went and he met Malik, speaking of which, he changed a lot of opinions that
almost
he used
a third,
to.
Right?
Yeah, or some people said half of the opinion of his teachers, which is Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, when he went to Medina and he met Malik rahimahullah. Imam al-Shafi'i changed many of his positions. Ahmad, you see multiple opinions among him. Also, the word madhab is complicated, because madhab, it doesn't mean necessarily the opinion of the imam himself. Al-madhab is the work of the Imam Ahmad or Shafi'i or Ahmad
and all of his students,
and the students, and how they understand his statements, and they understand the methodology and the principle that he used. And all these four imams, all of them made one common statement, which is all of them said, don't take from us, take from where we took.
Right.
Okay, learn from where we learned.
Right.
Go to the source. Okay, all of them said the same thing.
They were not like what they say dogmatic.
Yeah.
Like it's not a dogma.
Madhahib are very useful for the student of knowledge who want to study fiqh. Why?
Yes.
Because in order for you to understand fiqh is made of different chapters, different principles. So you need to study it in an organized fashion. And the science of fiqh developed through history, through these four madhahib, especially these four madhahib, because there's so much money been put into this. Schools, books, explanations, textbook, takhrij, the ahadith that support the opinion, the difference of opinions among the fuqaha. So there is so much work been done So the student knowledge became so much easy for him or her to study fiqh through a madhab. You will accomplish in 2 years what another person will accomplish in 20 years, literally. Okay?
Right.
If he doesn't take the madhab route.
Right.
You maybe need 20 years between all these different books of hadith and shuruh and tafasir and stuff like that. But and you might not even in 20 years you get or you gain, or 10 years, let's be more realistic, you're not going to be able to gain what you will gain in 2 years focus studying a madhab.
It's like, reinventing the wheel or something, right?
Yeah, so it's became much easier to study learning. But that's for the student of knowledge. And if somebody said, I'm Hanafi, I said, what do you mean by Hanafi? Do you really know all the opinions? Do you know what's the difference between, for example, the Ahnaf in the subcontinent and the Ahnaf in Egypt and the Ahnaf of Turkey? And these are different schools inside the Hanafi. You know, what is the fatwa of the ulama? You will not know. Who are the Imam of the Madhab? You say Maliki. Okay, do you know the Mashariqa, the Maghariba fi Madhab Malik? Do you know what is, the opinion of the Fuqaha al-Malikiyya? Which book is the reference? Shafi'iyya, Hanabila. The average person, I don't know all this. So you basically lying by saying I'm Hanafi because you know nothing about it, or Shafi or Maliki. You're not Hanafi just because it happened to be from India. You're not Shafi'i because it happened you are from Egypt, Syria.
Or Syria,
You know, you're not Maliki just because you are Sudani or Moroccan. I know there's a famous madhab there. But in order for you to claim that, I mean, you understand. So some ulama even have this, they said I'm worried that it can be a lie. But I want to choose Madhab Malik and follow it. Is that allowed? Yes. I would like it. That's fine. Unless you see the, Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah, they made, and they have a lengthy discussion about this. And other ulama as well. Even in the madhab, if you see the exact dalil and it's clear, you can just close your eyes and say, I'm going to reject it.
A'udhu billah. Yeah.
That's rejecting the Quran and Sunnah, and that can be danger. It's not correct. That's why even like Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah, when he said that to Shafi'i said, you're not allowed to pray and in front of you an animal. He said that. Then Nawawi said, but Madhab al-Shafi'i is allowed. Even his opinion is not. Why? Because the Shafi'i said, إِذَا صَحَّ الْحَدِيثُ فَهُوَ مَذْهَبِ. If there is an authentic hadith, it is my madhab. And then Nawawi said, and the hadith is authentic, that the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam prayed, and in front of him was a camel. So that's why we say the madhab is allowed, but the opinion is not allowed. So here you see, this is a high regard for the. So for the average Muslim, he should his madhab man yufti. You as an average Muslim, you go to a sheikh, ya sheikh, what is the rule in this? Do this. This sheikh happened to be Maliki, this sheikh happened to be Hanbali, this sheikh happened to be this. You should do it. You should follow it. Also, if you live in a country dominated by a madhab and it's acceptable, make sure that you ask the great scholar of that your own. But don't bring this to us here in the West, because we are a multicultural society. And you don't adopt the most or the opinion, and you think it's obligatory to bring it here into the society. Like if it's Hanbali or Shafi or Malik or Hanafi. Because it's not like I'm living in Bangladesh or unless I'm living in Cairo or living in Turkey. It's different too. Leave this to the student of knowledge, leave this to the scholar to handle it, because they know how to handle it in the proper way. We do know how to deal with each other, even when we have a disagreement. I have friends who are Maliki, Hanafi, Shafi'i, I'm Hanbali myself. But when we deal with each other, we deal with each other with hikmah, with wisdom, with mercy, with knowledge.
You enrich each other, actually.
So, but for the awam, that's not your call. If you want to call yourself Shafi or Maliki, I advise you go study it. And when you study it, you'll learn how to be a moderate and balanced.
Don't be a burden to the madhab.
Exactly. So, That's what I have in regard to the issue of do I need to follow a madhab or not. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for all of us and help us to understand and to practice the religion.
Yes. Jazakallah khair, Sheikh. Barakallahu feek.